Make your point on the News Hour. Join Arnab every night on the News Hour with your question. Ask your question and join the debate.
The debate this evening is whether the NDA and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have found the right balance in the second reshuffle of the cabinet. I'm joined by National Spokesperson of the BJP and political advisor to Mr. Rajnath Singh, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, joining us live from Delhi. On his side will be our Rajagopalan, senior journalist, also with us in the studios in Delhi. Padma Rao, senior journalist, live from Delhi as well. And we will be joined on this side of the debate by Mr. Sunil Alagh, chairman of SKA Advisor, in just a bit. On the other side, taking on the BJP will be Pavan Verma, member of Parliament of Rajya Sabha from the JDU, DP Tripathi, national spokesperson and MP of the Rajya Sabha from the NCP, and Dr. CP Rai, senior leader and spokesperson of the Samajwadi party, live from Agra. My first question goes out to Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi of the BJP. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, it's a cabinet reshuffle that has been in the making for a couple of months now. It's been debated, it's come up, gone. But this time around, 19 new faces coming in, just one promotion. And states being looked at. Uttar Pradesh, you have rightly pointed out, is the next battle for the BJP, so it's got enough representation. My question is, why was Punjab left behind? Have you given up the battle for Punjab even before it's begun?
No, there is no question of leaving anything behind. The sole criteria of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi in putting forth this new phase of cabinet is the capacity and the innovative aspect that how the Council of Ministers can contribute to the new developing pace of India from grassroots level to the topmost level. If you look at this, in the entire expanse, the 19 ministers are covering around 10 states. So 10 states have been covered. It means we have tried to put the representation of from all the geographical areas of India. And not only that, if you look at it, there are certain ministers who are having a very peculiar, unique and efficient professional experience in their one particular field. Like Mr. Chaudhary, who has been a Supreme Court advocate for 4 decades, and Dr. Bhamre, who has been a very specialized and a very renowned cancer surgeon, and Mr. Anil Madhav Dabe, who has worked a lot with the Narmada Andolan, or whether it is Mr. M.J. Akbar.
And we will be looking at, we'll be looking at all these profiles in just a minute. But as the question was put to you, how is it that Punjab does not, in fact, find an inclusion? If you can quickly answer that, and then I'd like to get the others in on the debate.
I have already pointed out that it is the sole prerogative of the Prime Minister, and Prime Minister has done this keeping in view the efficiency and the experience and the capabilities of his colleagues, and we were not having any criteria in the mind with the caste, creed, community, religion, or even any geographical area.
Pavan Verma finds that amusing. Pavan Verma, why do you laugh?
Can I please come in, Navika?
No, I think the answer is very clear. This cabinet reshuffle or rejig or expansion, in my view, was an opportunity lost for the BJP. Here was a time midway through their term roughly for them to give a new face to their maximum slogan, which is that of governance. But what we have seen is that the governance has been actually finessed by politics. Modi, the so-called administrator, has been overwhelmed by the calculating politician. So you have an electoral foundation to an expansion. And when Sudhanshu says that these factors have not been taken into account, I can only but be amused, because if the role was governance and expertise, I don't understand, for instance, why certain ministers have not been promoted. I can take their names: Piyush Goyal, Dharmendra Prasad, Jayant Sinha, Nitin Gadkari, or given additional charges, because by any verifiable criteria they have been performing better. Or I cannot understand why certain ministers have not been dropped. Radhe Mohan Singh as Minister of Agriculture has been a complete disappointment. Smriti Irani
there is a cap of union cabinet ministers.
This is not personal.
Vermaji, you have been in the bureaucracy, you know it.
No, Smriti Irani.
There is a cap of total numbers of cabinet ministers.
I won't interrupt you.
Let him complete, Mr. Rajagopalan, and
I won't
as he says,
we'll
come back to you.
Smriti Irani,
yes, Mr. Pavan Verma. Mr. Pavan Verma, I'd just like to make one small intervention. If I take the reactions of the opposition parties, including yours in the last reshuffle, the sentences are the same. That this is an opportunity lost. This is something that all opposition parties say every time there is a reshuffle. So isn't that a tad predictable?
No, now I would ask you, Navika, to judge me whether I am able to back up with what I am saying with certain facts. They can be debated, but at least take them on board. I don't understand why Mr. Sadanand Gowda, for instance, has not been dropped. What has been his contribution? I cannot understand that if 75 years is the cut-off age to keep Murli Manohar Joshi out and the venerable leader Lal Krishna Advani and Yashwant Sinha, why are Najma Heptullah and Kalraj Mishra still in the cabinet? And I cannot understand why certain ministers who have only embarrassed the government, even from the point of view of governance, V.K. Singh, Sadhvi Niranjan Jyoti, Sanjeev Balian, Dr. Mahesh Sharma, why are they still in the cabinet?
Okay,
So if it was a question of
Dr. Trivedi
improving
wants to respond
performance
to that. Padma,
and
coming to you
delivery.
in just a minute. I know you've had your hand up for a while now. Coming to you in just a minute, Dr. Trivedi, your response to that. The question is, if it's really about efficiency and performance alone, then those who have retained their portfolios, is it a stamp of approval for their work?
With due respect to Sri Pavan Verma ji, I would like to say it seems that he is having more better, well-equipped knowledge than Prime Minister or our senior party colleagues who have decided about the role of the various ministerial aspirants. But
we have a right to comment, sir. We are never going to compare ourselves with Prime Minister Modi.
Let me complete the sentence. Let me complete the sentence, sir. But in taking the name of selected ministers, he is going along with his preoccupied political agenda by taking the name of a minister from Bihar. Yes, I agree that you are taking this, you are settling your score of the Bihar politics. Taking the other ministers from Smriti Irani to V.K. Singh to others, you are trying to go back on your so-called secular agenda or ideological things. So I can understand that the efficiency and other things which you are trying to say is not the criteria, it is the sole political angle, which is the Bihar angle, or your so-called secular angle, secular political angle, is the criteria to target the ministers whom name you have taken.
Okay, let's get in Padma Rao at this stage. Padma Rao.
I was saying this was an opportunity to get in talent.
Padma Rao, do you think this time once again we are...
I have already given answer 4 or 5 ministers who are having exceptionally done in the professional field.
I'm sorry,
so I don't think prior to this any cabinet reshuffle has brought that much of talent to the cabinet.
Okay, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, let me get in Padma Rao, senior journalist who has her hand up for the last some minutes. She's been waiting for her turn. Padma Rao, is the opposition right in its criticism already, or is it too predictable? Yeah. Every time there is a reshuffle, they call it an opportunity lost. Is it a case where it is criticism for the sake of criticism, or do you think Mr. Pavan Verma has a point when he's talking about performance of some of the ministers? Even if portfolios are changed, which we are expecting to get in just a bit from now, even if portfolios are changed, wouldn't that be taking care of the performance of these ministers?
Yes, I agree to an extent with Pavan in the sense that he named certain ministers. I would add to those names, and they remain junior ministers today. As far as the BJP is concerned, I have some questions. You know, look, let's stop this hair splitting over who was not included, who was demoted, who was promoted. You will obviously have your rival political opinions, the two of you. But, you know, Dr. Trivedi, when you came into power, you spoke of maximum governance and minimum government. Now you're on power. par with I think a total of 76 ministers. You're on par with the number of ministers that the UPA at one point in time had. Having said that,
78
hats off, and I disagree with the opposition on this. In the 2 years that you've been in power, in the 2 years that you've been in, the BJP has been in power with the existing portfolios as allocated up to now. They have done. I mean, there have been a tremendous number of achievements, Pavan. I understand the gloom in the opposition, but there have been far more achievements than under the 76 or 77 during the UPA. So let's not go down that road. Now, some ministers were not promoted. I ask myself that too. Having said that, to the BJP, you also have been touting this experience, education, energy. Now, you brought in, you say, people who are ministers with certain amount of professional or rural experience. Now, you would be the first to agree with me that professional and rural experience does not necessarily translate into, into expertise at national governance, which is what we're talking about here. So, please tell us a little more. Are you going to, as Navika was asking, expand the existing ministries? Are you going to give these, and if they're so experienced, why give them such junior roles? Are you going to give them more, are you going to empower them with greater powers? Or otherwise, they're just going to remain, and then the greater intrigue is the 5 or the 4 that you dropped among the junior ministers. Could you let us know what exactly were their failings? I mean, please talk to us and tell us a little more than just your undoubtedly great number of achievements so far.
Okay, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, that's a volley of questions coming at you from Pavan Verma as well as Padma Rao. Would you like to take that, or should we get in a couple of more questions coming in from DP Tripathi as well? Okay, Mr. DP Tripathi.
Okay, let them ask the question, then I will answer accordingly. Mr. DP Tripathi, are you going to call this once again opportunity lost, just like Pavan Verma has said, or are you seeing some sort of plan in this? There's an army of 19 ministers of state who have been put in there, added to the earlier lot. Clearly, the Prime Minister is trying to use the junior ministers who have much more work today in the Modi government than they ever had in the UPA government. The fact is, this is the army that's going to be on the ground. These are members of parliament from states who also provide the link between states and the central government. Is there a design, the state representation, the social representation that the Prime Minister has done, or do you think this is once again an opportunity lost?
No, I'm telling you something in a very non-partisan way. First thing is that this reshuffle seems to be a repetition of the experiments of the past. No reshuffle or expansion of the cabinet which has been election oriented has been politically fruitful. Take all expansions and reshuffles in the past. So this is going to fail as far as UP is concerned, or the election orientation is concerned. Second, let me talk certain good things about this cabinet reshuffle. Though I am in the opposition, I appreciate and welcome the promotion of Prakash Javadekar, who is a brilliant, capable minister. Yes, what Pavan says, we could have expected more promotions of the capable ministers. But as Sudhanshu Trivedi pointed out about a couple of names, without repeating those names, I add 2 more names, which are very important, which nobody in the media has written about. At least I read the newspapers today and I watched the television also. So through you, Navika, I was to tell your viewers that there are 2 names which are extremely important. One is Arjun Meghwal, who has immense administrative experience, ability. I have seen him functioning in the committees with me. Then another name which is going to play a very important role in future politics also. It is not just a short-term electoral kind of inclusion. That is Anupriya Patel in UP. Her problem is that she is in a small party. But remember my saying so, that she would be a very, very significant leader in UP in the future. Then there are many capable people like Purushottam Rupala from Gujarat.
Yes. So, Mr. DP Tripathi, sorry to intervene. We'll be coming to the individual names in just a minute. I think just the larger points that have come up so far. I'd like to go back to.
You also should appreciate 5 scheduled caste, scheduled tribe people
we'll
have
come
been
to
taken
that.
in.
I just want to
Total
get
7.
Mr. Rajagopalan,
Why don't you
coming to you
appreciate
on
that?
I want to get Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi's response on the larger issues that have come up. Instead of just discussing these names, Mr. Rajagopalan, yes, we'll come to that issue, and we're looking at the caste equations in just a minute. But Dr. Trivedi, if you would first respond to what Padma's larger questions were. The first question being there was a promise of minimum government and maximum governance, and now with the number actually having overtaken Manmohan Singh's UPA 2 number in the cabinet, what is your answer to that? Because that's the number one question that's been put forth by the opposition, predominantly by the Congress today. And the second specific question was, you may have a lot of people who have won laurels in their own field, but what is the guarantee that that makes them absolutely efficient for national governance roles? Your response on these 2 points, please, and then we get Mr. Rajagopalan in on this.
Yes, I would like to allow me to complete. Number one, if you want to compare with the Manmohan Singh government, don't compare with the numbers. Even in that government, the number one was not having the power. They were having the power from number 10 rather than from number 1. So we cannot compare this government at all by any parameter with the previous UPA government. Now, coming to the minimum government and maximum governance, it is not a numerical concept. It is the functional concept. That how government will try to get rid of those things which are unnecessary for the government. Number one, for the first time in the history of India, this is a government, Modi government, which is saying not that we have increased so many laws, we have made another law, we have further increased the law. Rather than they have done away with 1100 redundant laws. This is that you try to reduce the number of laws. Second thing, we have allowed the aspirants who want to apply for the post self-attestation. They need not to go to the government officers or MLA or MPs. So here the involvement, unnecessary involvement in the ministry has been done away with. Second thing, in the Finance Commission report, 10% more share to the
All right, Dr. Trivedi.
So states have become more independent. Third thing, in the environmental clearances, we have given a major share, major power to the state that you decide in which project you want to have the environmental clearance.
All right, Dr. Trivedi, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to intervene right now.
Let me complete the sentence.
1 second, I'm just going to intervene right now because we are going to break to our viewers now the allocation of the portfolios. Navika has that information with her. We're going to go straight to that.
Our security forces need not to get a clearance up to certain.
Okay, the latest information that we are getting, changes that have come in. Arun Jaitley gives up his I&B portfolio. That goes to M. Venkaiah Naidu. Venkaiah Naidu, the new I&B minister. Nitin Gadkari continues to retain road and transport. And Sadanand Gowda moved out of law ministry. He's been given statistics and program implementation. Uma Bharti continues as water resources. Najma Heptullah, minority affairs. Anant Kumar continues as chemicals and fertilizers, but he gets an additional parliamentary affairs. Ravi Shankar Prasad becomes the new law and justice minister. Ravi Shankar Prasad gives up the telecom portfolio, becomes the new law and justice minister. Ashok Gajapati Raju continues to be civil aviation minister. Now Narendra Singh Tomar becomes the new rural development minister. He was earlier the mines minister. He becomes the rural development and Panchayati Raj minister, as well as looking after drinking water. Chaudhry Birender Singh becomes the steel minister. That's the latest we are coming in. Mr. Pavan Verma, this is for you. Radha Mohan Singh continues to have agriculture with him. Smriti Irani becomes the new textile minister and Prakash Javadekar takes over as the new human resource development minister. That was something that we had put out. Smriti Irani, the new textiles minister. Harshvardhan continues as science and technology minister. As far as ministers of state are concerned, let's get in the new ministers. Vijay Goyal is the new sports minister. He gets he's an independent charge minister and gets youth affairs and sports. Dharmendra Pradhan continues as petroleum minister, independent charge. Jitendra Singh remains in the Prime Minister's office. Nirmala Sitharaman remains in the Commerce Ministry. Mahesh Sharma is the new is the Culture and Tourism Minister. It's a portfolio that he already held. Anil Madhav Dave is the new Environment Minister with independent charge. So Anil Madhav Dave, that's the big announcement that we are getting. He gets the new Environment and Forest and Climate Change Minister. Also, Fagal Singh Gulhaste goes to the Health Ministry as a Minister of State. SS Ahluwalia becomes the new Parliamentary Affairs and Agriculture MOS. He gets that department. Ramdas Athavale gets Social Justice and Empowerment. Also, what we are getting at this point in time is GM Siddheshwara Heavy Industries. Rajan Gohen is Minister of State in the Railways Ministry. Purushottam Rupala, who had the agriculture portfolio in the Gujarat government, gets the agriculture portfolio here also. A Minister of State for External Affairs is MJ Akbar. So MJ Akbar gets the External Affairs portfolio. Other information that we are getting is that Mr. Jayant Sinha gets Minister of State for Civil Aviation, and Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore continues as Information and Broadcasting Minister. Babul Supriyo, Urban Development Minister. Arjun Ram Meghwal gets Finance and Corporate Affairs. He becomes Junior Minister to Mr. Arun Jaitley. Mahendranath Pandey gets Minister of State in Human Resource Development. Ajay Tamta works as a Junior Minister to Smriti Irani in Textiles. Krishna Raj, Women and Child Development, will work with Menaka Gandhi. Mansukh Lal Mandavia gets Road and Transport and Highways along with Chemicals and Fertilizer, and Anupriya Patel gets Health and Family Welfare. C.R. Chaudhary gets Consumer Affairs and Food, and P.P. Chaudhary, this is also something we had said, he is MOS Law and Justice, Electronics and Information Technology. So Law and Justice and Electronics and Information Technology with the Senior Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad, and Subhash Ramrao Bhamre gets Defense, that's a Minister of State for Defense. So that is the latest that we are getting. That we are joined by Abhishek Kapoor on the phone line. Okay, we will try and go across to him in just a bit from now, but the latest that we are putting out is Prakash Javadekar, the new HRD Minister, Smriti Irani, the new Textiles Minister, also the new I&B Minister will be Venkaiah Naidu, and Law Minister, new Law Minister will be Ravi Shankar Prasad. That is the latest that we are getting. So let's go back to our panel at this point. Mr. C.P. Rai, changes have been made in the senior cabinet. Okay, let me go across to Abhishek Kapoor, who is with us on the phone line at this moment. Abhishek, new changes, new Information and Broadcasting Minister Venkaiah Naidu, also Smriti Irani giving up her HRD portfolio and taking on textiles, new Law Minister. It's something that we had been speculating for a while.
Navika, it seems that the reject has been substantial, and it seems that the Prime Minister's office wanted the minister to diversify, and also it seems there is an element of
poor audio.
Okay, we seem to have a poor audio link with Abhishek Kapoor. We will try and reconnect.
It's a major rejig, Navika. It's going to be a very far-reaching on the ensuing monsoon session of Parliament. Because now, who is the new telecom minister? We are yet to know about it. And the information broadcasting, because Mr. Venkaiah Naidu justly elected from
Okay,
Rajasthan.
Mr. Manoj Sinha is the new telecom minister, independent charge. So we have that information. Manoj Sinha
is moved out of railways and he got this one.
Minister. So far-reaching impacts, and I welcome Sunil Alagh, who is joining us at this point. But let me go across to C.P. Rai first of the Samajwadi Party. C.P. Rai, several changes in portfolios, Law Ministry change, HRD, Information and Broadcasting, as well as communications, and some changes at the MOS levels in various ministries. Is this a major rejig, and should we link this to performance even at the senior cabinet minister level?
This is prerogative of Prime Minister. He can induct anyone in his ministry. He can give any ministry to anyone. This is his prerogative. Nothing is special in this total ministry. They support everything. We are appointed by this government. They are working. In my view, Prime Minister is the most failed Prime Minister of this country in 2 years. This is proved. So nothing to say about their ministry reshuffle or what their department they are going to give anyone. I wanted to say something. What Mr. Pavan Verma has already said. So I will not repeat that.
Mr. C.P. Rai, just very quickly, what is your reading, though, of this cabinet reshuffle? What is your reading? Do you, in fact, believe the line that this is essentially about efficiency? Do you read more into it in terms of electoral politics in the states that are going to be going to elections?
Government is failed on every aspect, on in foreign policy,
Opposition will say like that,
economic policy.
Government has not failed anywhere.
They are failed.
Government has achieved almost all the things. The new faces you can see from this.
Yeah, they are failed everywhere.
How can the government fail?
Taking this cost, that
they are having 288 it is Akhilesh Yadav who failed.
Call a spade a spade.
The
government
new faces. You must understand about the new faces.
And an expansion of the cabinet.
Yes,
thank you. Come on, let's not turn this into a political slugfest. This government has performed, whereas the previous governments had stultified this country. This government has certainly performed on multiple levels, and any intensification and expansion of a cabinet.
Can you imagine 6 lakh crores are coming out of spectrum? How do you say that it's failed government?
At reform and at development. Having said that, I'd be interested in going back to one part of your criticism. The last speaker,
you've made your point.
You've made
your point. I'd like you to allow Padma Rao to conclude her point as well, and then we get the others in.
Mr. Rao,
you have taken 19 ministers as Minister of the State.
Mr. Rai, you are mistaken.
I just
there are 6 lakh crore rupees government of India is going to get from Spectrum. It is a failed government.
They can't contribute.
Why do you say that
to this country? Yeah.
Okay,
total 6 lakh crores.
Dr. C.P. has brought up specifics of foreign policy.
You say about failed government.
He's brought up specifics of defense and foreign policy. We'll address those issues, but I'd like Padma Rao to conclude her point, and then we get Pavan Verma and DP Tripathi in now that we have the names.
The new faces have come that we have to discuss.
We want to come to that point also. Padma Rao, the point you were making, and I'd like to add to that what Mr. Rajagopalan is talking about.
No, I just wanted to,
these new industries are actually first-time MPs. So does that lend credence to the fact that they are trying to groom, ministers and leaders for the future?
Is from media. Why is he is so angry?
But you are misleading. That is why I am angry.
Dr. C.P.
The achievements of the government you have to also say.
Don't get angry.
You are from media.
You have to say that the government has also achieved. You are all repeatedly saying failed government. Where is the failure?
Yeah,
you say where is the failure?
Dr. C.P. let's not divert this debate. We are talking about the changes made in the cabinet.
That is my view. I am free to say what I think.
Yes, you made your point, sir.
Similarly, I am also free to say everything.
Okay, gentlemen.
When we write, you read it. When I speak, you hear it.
Please allow Padma Rao the courtesy of concluding her point. I would request you both. We also need to get Sunil Alagh into the debate. So please, I request you both. Yes, Padma Rao, please conclude the point you are making. And then Sunil Alagh.
Yes. What is not clear to me is one certain, that I will concede to whoever's been criticizing the BJP. What is not clear to me is the whole question of expanding a cabinet means you want to intensify productivity, you want to intensify development. Now that is a good thing. But I fail to understand the logic in how an increase in numbers and also especially in a category most of whom don't have independent charge in the true sense, how it is going to increase heightened productivity. Now, could you, somebody from the BJP tell us, are they going to be, given their lack of experience at national government, be understudies of those existing ministers who are senior cabinet ministers, or are they going to be placed on par as far as their productivity, as far as their powers are concerned? Because otherwise, I see this as really, the temptation to describe it as a political move in light of the UP elections or in light of other state elections next year, naturally definitely that temptation is and the composition itself, as Navika pointed out right in the beginning, you know, it's that right mix of everything, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know, SC, ST and minority community and this, that and the other.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to open yourself up to criticism, then, you know, you have to give us a little more transparency on this expansion and what exactly you hope to achieve, and whether you're forming any new ministries or any new portfolios or giving somebody new powers.
So, Mr. Pavan Verma, okay, Padma Rao, you know, let's get in Pavan Verma on that point. Pavan Verma, you know, the fact that several portfolios have been changed at the cabinet minister level, is that an indication that the performance is being reviewed and the Prime Minister has looked at the performance? Are you now satisfied? Because you were talking about promotions. There are several promotions that have taken place. I can tell you that Jitendra Singh has become an independent charge minister. Mahesh Sharma has been rewarded. You were questioning his continuance, but he's been rewarded. You know, he's been made a Minister of State independent charge. So, you know, the cabinet reshuffle has also looked at several senior ministers' portfolios being changed. So that takes into account the performance question that you had raised.
No, in fact, I raised the question of
Navika,
performance because I want to make one point clear. Please allow me to know. Padma, now this is be fair. You'll get your chance. No, my question is that of course no government has failed totally. And to say that, I believe, is an excess. Governments fail in terms of the expectations they create. And from that point of view, perhaps the comment made about the government performing less than what was expected is right. Now about the new information you have provided about the change of portfolios. The information has just come, so we need a little time to analyze it. But I must say to you, from a prima facie view of it, that there were names that I had mentioned in my earlier intervention, whom I considered to be underperformers, and they've been changed. But the net result of what seems to have happened appears to be a game of musical chairs. How many times is Mr. Sadanand Gowda going to be moved, but remain in the cabinet? Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad was giving all his devotion and time to telecom. Having now achieved a threshold stage, he's been again reverted to law and justice. I cannot for the life of me understand what Mr. Manoj Sinha was doing a very good job as Minister of State for Railways. He's suddenly
been given
moved,
communications.
so
how can you grudge him that?
He's been
promoted. He's been promoted. He's been given communications independent charge. He's been promoted. It was the point you made earlier.
He has been promoted. Jain Sinha.
You don't seem to understand.
I have a question
I just
for
want
Pavan.
to complete. I don't want to get into tutu mema on this. There must be a rationale for moving people. Mr. Manoj Sinha, as a Minister of State for Railways, which is an exceptionally important ministry, was doing a good job. You moved him to telecom, but replaced somebody who was giving all his time to telecom and was claiming results.
Okay, no, that's a fair point. All right, Mr. Pavan Verma, let's get Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi to respond on that. I think that's a fair point. The question is, if some have been rewarded for their performance by an elevation, what Pavan Verma is asking is, if they have done well with one portfolio, should they not have been allowed or given the chance to continue to make further progress in that field where they have done well? That's the question as I understand it.
And if they are changed, what's the rationale? Except for UP. Manoj Sinha is from Ghazipur in UP.
This can be Mr. Pavan Verma's viewpoint, that if somebody has done particularly well in a particular department, he should continue in the same. In our opinion, what I presume the Prime Minister might have thought that if somebody has done quite well, he should be rewarded and his capability should be used in the other sector also. And some other person who has also done in any other department. So in the same manner, if we go by the collective responsibility of the cabinet and the collective efforts of the colleagues of the Council of Ministers, then it can be understood that those are capable should be given the opportunity to show their capability in the diversified areas.
All right.
And one more thing I would like to ask. The question was asked.
Has Jain Sinha been moved out of Ministry of Finance?
We have appointed
he has as Minister of State for Civil Aviation.
Let me answer, Pavanji. The question was asked previously. I would like to answer.
question for Pavan.
Let me complete the
yes,
sentence.
Yes, Sudhanshu
The first
Trivedi,
question
go
which
on.
was asked, that we have appointed so many MOS on the entry level with the professionals which have come, and how they will, it can be ensured that they will be good in delivering the governance at the political level. The question which is being asked, the answer lies in itself. We have brought the professionals which are having new and innovative ideas, but the Prime Minister has brought them at the MOS level. So this can be an entry level for them to understand the complexities of the politics and the complexities of the government with their added capability of innovation and the professional expertise which they are having, and in due course of time they can be elevated. So whatever has been done is the best suitable, that you have included the professionalism, but included is the first level, so the second, by the second
all right, Padma, now coming to you, I need to get
political experience.
I need to get Sunil Alagh in on this. And Sunil Alagh, the one common theme that keeps recurring now is that there is a very clear electoral map here. That's what the opposition has been saying and has just reiterated, that one can read an electoral political strategy into these inclusions. What is your response to that? Because the fact is, 3 new ministers from Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat each, as many as 6 ministers drawn from Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Is there no electoral political footprint in this inclusion? Sunil Alagh?
You know, I think this is going to be a ridiculous discussion that we are having as far as I'm concerned, because I'm not into politics. Look at what has happened. Jayant Sinha has gone into civil aviation. What does it indicate? Can I just finish? I've just come in and I'm going to tell you that it means something is going to happen in civil aviation as far as Air India is concerned, and the Prime Minister thinks Jayant Sinha is going to be the best person from finance to deal with it. So please look at MJ Akbar going into the Ministry of External Affairs. He's very erudite. He's the best person that we could think of. Look at all the moves. Now, if you say he's taken 2 from UP, 2 from MP, 3 from here, where was he going to take it from? Tamil Nadu? Was he going to take it from Kerala? Please wake up, all of y'all. And y'all are then analyzing, instead of analyzing the person's efficiency, y'all are saying, oh, this guy is scheduled caste, or that guy is this. First say, if he's inefficient and he's scheduled caste, then you bring in politics into it. I don't know all the people who've come in. This esteemed panel knows, and that's how it should be analyzed. Not the fact that you've got efficient people and then you start saying, oh, he's from scheduled caste, oh, he's UP, oh, he's that. He has distributed his thing all over. And today we are going to get the results. We are all focusing in industry on finance. Mr. Arun Jaitley would have said, I can't handle INB and finance. I have to focus only on one item. So INB has gone to, taken off the load from him. The PM has told Jaitley, now you confirm to this. Ravi Shankar has been a lawyer. He's got law. I don't understand where this discussion is going all of a sudden. That this is the Prime Minister and we are supposed to turn around and say, no, this is rubbish, this movement is rubbish. First it was expansion in the morning, now it's rejigged it. Oh, this is all politics that is happening. Please stop this and let's start thinking about India and let him do his work. He's put people there. We'll find out what happens next year, whether if you think it's political, let's see if it works in UP or not. Why are you questioning? I think Jayant Sinha going to civil aviation very good. Air India is running massive losses. Here's a Harvard guy who's learnt in finance. He must go to civil aviation now. Jaitley must focus on finance. Come on, yaar.
He's not.
Can I respond?
You're saying that he is good in finance and therefore he's been shifted to civil aviation, or are you saying that he was not good in finance and therefore he's been shifted to civil aviation? What's your point?
How, when you do Harvard and you do McKinsey, you know how to negotiate a partnership. Air India might be looking for another airline to come in. Why don't you people look at the bigger picture? Why are you all the time looking at
the best is Prakash Javadekar getting HRD. The best is HRD is given to Prakash Javadekar.
Let me get in DP Tripathi. The question is, Sunil Alagh says we should not look at this from a caste prism, from a state prism, but a capability of doing something, an expertise prism. Okay. So DP Tripathi, do you think when expertise is looked at, this entire rejig that has been done even at the senior cabinet level, it sticks to the plan that Narendra Modi had promised when he came in as Prime Minister, that there would be governance and there would be deliveries on the ground?
There should be deliveries on the ground, which has not happened under Narendra Modi. This is a problem. So therefore, the reshuffle in the government is not going to create that kind of political and social impact which was expected. which I said earlier. Let me now complete. I speak very briefly, but please don't interfere. I don't interfere with anybody else. Now, the problem is that there are certain ministers, as Sunil was saying, that so-and-so is Harvard educated, therefore he will be far more successful. Jayant Sinha is a capable minister. It is not just because of Harvard education. I tell you, the most capable ministers in India were not Harvard educated. I don't think Babu Jagjivan Ram was Harvard educated. But he was the most successful minister, any ministry that he handled. So all this anglicized elite who talk about all this education is bunkum according to me, as far as capabilities in politics are concerned and administration are concerned. Therefore,
governor was not qualified. He should have been thrown out earlier. Don't look at qualifications at all. You're right. I fully agree. Only politicians can come.
I look at qualifications. Then qualifications are based on work, not on Harvard education and Doon school and this and that.
I disagree with you,
These
but you carry on.
These things are based on your delivery, how you deliver. For the first time, this is a great success of Indian democracy, that a real poor man like Narendra Modi is Prime Minister of the country, elected Prime Minister of the country.
So let's get in Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
And you talk about just Harvard.
Jayant Sinha is a capable
person. He will deliver under any ministry.
We must also analyze why Prakash Javadekar was brought in HRD.
Very quick
Universities are not good with Smriti Irani or what? Why Smriti Irani?
That's the point. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, the question everybody now wants to ask you is, with the reshuffle at the senior cabinet minister, is it because some ministers were not performing well that cabinet portfolios have been changed? Was Ravi Shankar Prasad not doing a good enough job as a telecom minister that he's been shifted to law? Or did law require a lawyer of his caliber and therefore he had to give up telecom? You know, people are going to ask these questions. What has been the criteria for the Prime Minister to change these portfolios? Smriti Irani being moved out of HRD, put into textiles, Venkaiah Naidu
Public are suffering from cold drops. Why suddenly Ravi Shankar Prasad was taken out?
Parliamentary affairs portfolio goes to Anant Kumar just 2 weeks ahead of the parliament session. What's the design here?
Number one, I would like to say what DP Tripathi has said.
That is.
Yeah, I think if Padma Rao just wants to quickly add to that question, then Dr. Trivedi will get your
just to add to what you said.
Yeah, Padma Rao, please go ahead.
Pavan Verma, you earlier. Thank you. Pavan Verma, you very quickly, you earlier, mentioned how this cabinet, this particular person has not delivered or this particular person has delivered. My question to you is a corollary. Very often, for instance, you have criticized, let's say, Ms. Smriti Irani in the role of HRD minister. Now, are you happy that Ms. Smriti Irani has been shifted to textiles? I mean, this is a corollary of a question. In that case, you should be happy with at least one move that has been made in this entire cabinet reshuffle. Is that so?
Pavan Verma, very quickly, and then Dr. Trivedi for...
Can I respond before Sudhanshu?
Yeah, very quickly, please.
Very quickly.
Go ahead.
Would you acknowledge it as a recognition by the Modi government of criticism that she has faced?
I certainly believe that the kind of legacy Smriti Irani ji has left has moved her to textiles. But there was another question I was reading which was more fundamental. And of course we believe that the real knowledge is with the Prime Minister, but we are entitled to comment. I cannot for the life of me understand, if governance and delivery is the goal, why Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, who was a competent law minister, was then made telecom and is now reverted to law back in the scope of 2 years.
But he still continues to have
Jayant Sinha,
information technology and IT with him. But he continues to have some of the portfolios, it's electronics and IT continues to remain with him. So he's not been shifted out or shunted out because he was not performing. It's probably that, a lawyer was required in the law ministry.
Let's analyze all the moves. Let's analyze all the moves. Pavan, you said it.
Okay.
Let's not say things till we look at it.
Answers on behalf of PM. But I am to counter Sunil. How can you look at a cabinet reshuffle purely from the point of view who's been to McKinsey? I am saying Jayant Sinha.
Howard and
will now
McKinsey,
work as
my
Okay, no,
God,
let's-
yaar.
state under
Let's
the
give up that
Okay,
power.
gentlemen, when you know that
Mr.
derails the
Ashok
debate.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
that
not going to
derails
go
the
down
debate.
that road again.
Okay,
That
he's
derails the debate.
uneducated, but
Dr.
he's the best
Sudhanshu
guy.
Trivedi, your
Best guy
responses
to
to the
move.
specific questions that
Uneducated
have
guy,
come
the
in
best guy. You're
with
right.
specific regard
right.
to senior ministers whose portfolios have been changed.
Jayant Sinha
Your
is a very
response on that.
competent minister and was doing a very good job in Ministry of Finance.
Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, please.
Pavan Verma, you know, I think the BJP should be thanking you because you're giving certificates to some of the ministers which they probably didn't expect from you at all, because you initially started by saying that, you know, this is an opportunity lost, and now you're appreciating ministers for their work. So I think Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, you should actually thank Pavan Verma.
Yes, because
I would
we are
like
objective.
to start with a point which has been raised by Sri D.P. Tripathi. I totally agree to him that it is not just the qualification or the educational qualification which can be a sole or main criteria for allotting anybody as a minister. In this context, I would just like to add the highest resume or the most starking resume would have been with Dr. Manmohan Singh among all the prime ministers. What was his tenure? We all have looked at. But there are certain professional qualities which some persons might be having. We are not here to explain what Prime Minister was having in the mind. Prime Minister is the head of the government and also the head of the party. So he might be having some plan about various sectors, various ministries, and he will be having an idea that whom to utilize. The question, the type of questions which is being raised, I think they are self-contradictory. For example, in the case of Sri Ravi Shankar Prasad, on one hand, Sri Pavan Verma ji is saying that he has done exceptionally well in the IT sector, and when he has been rewarded with a law ministry, which is a very important ministry, then on the other hand you are saying that he has been deprived of and the telecom sector needs a capable minister. So on the other hand he is saying that Sri Manoj Sinha, who was doing very well in the railway ministry, he has been brought. So whatever is there in the mind of various sectors, only Prime Minister will be having in his mind. So he is capable enough of deciding that who should be utilized where in order to give the best possible results, and those who have left, definitely there must be some planning or some role for them in the other political, organizational or social sector. So in my opinion,
Sudhanshu ji, I just want to quickly say one sentence in response.
And we cannot at all entitled or having the information or privy to analyze what Prime Minister is having. Yes, of course, that's one thing. Those who are saying that we have failed and other things, I just want to say that we are the fastest growing economy, still you think that we have failed. We are the biggest FDI destination, still you think that we have failed.
Okay, Pavan Verma's response, please. Pavan Verma's response, please, and then we need to start taking the closing comments. I have a couple more points that we must raise. Pavan Verma, your response, very quickly.
Just a quick response.
Yeah.
I am just saying that this kind of argument to say that because the PM knows and has taken these decisions, they are beyond public comment is complete nonsense. We are in a democracy, we can comment. We are not saying we know as much as the PM, but we have the right to comment.
Yes, you can comment and compliment. You can comment and compliment.
Yes. Mr. Ravi Shankar,
your idea only.
Navika, you can use any word as a substitute for what I said, but I want to make the point quite clearly. Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, I'm not saying was the best telecom minister. In fact, I once said that he's called Drop Prasad. The point is that you move a person to gain experience in a particular sector, just as he's about to deliver, you move him back from the portfolio he came from. This kind of musical chairs, where is it
leading? He still has IT. He still has
IT and electronics.
He still has it. Please, Pavan. And what are you saying? Suresh Prabhu is a bad railway minister. He won't be able to do without the Minister of State. He might have been asked, can you handle railways without him? We need him somewhere else. Suresh Prabhu would have said, fine, I can deal. I'm
sure.
So then...
No, and also, let me get in Rajagopalan in here. Mr. Rajagopalan, the fact that Smriti Irani has been removed from HRD and brought to textiles, which would many say is a lighter ministry, but could it be because she's being seen as the Uttar Pradesh chief ministerial face and that gives her more time to campaign in Uttar Pradesh?
That is more politically because she has to take on Rahul Gandhi during 2019 election. That is why she has been given a less portfolio. As far as Smriti Irani is concerned, she
Or an Uttar Pradesh chief ministerial
she has been given more responsibility in textiles, because only last month 6,000 crore rupees for restructuring of many textiles have been taken place. Therefore, she will be overseeing the implementation. These are all certain things which Smriti Irani will definitely go in for. Apart from that, Navika, I am telling you, this rejig, Prime Minister has put it for ensuring that this is going to be a performing government, and whatever the manifesto said in 2014, they are implementing half of that, and they will be implementing full in another 2 years.
Okay, I want to get Dr. C.P. Rai's response on this one particular question that has come up, the moving of Smriti Irani from HRD to textiles. How do you read it?
Yeah, that is a good move, because it was a very big ministry where Murli Manohar Joshi was minister. Earlier, so many ministers who were capable, and minister like Smriti Irani was in HRD. That is very disgusting. So this is a good move, I can say, but I will not appreciate everything that as Pavan, Verma or Tripathi is doing, because when Prime Minister has not performed in 2 years, in my view, he has not performed in 2 years. So how can I discuss about any ministers of this government? And I told that they took 19 ministers from as the state minister. The state ministers don't have any right. Someone was telling that he is from Oxford. What?
Well, we've already settled that debate, Mr. C.P. Rai. Where you are from, whether you're from McKinsey, Harvard, Oxford, or Doon School, doesn't really matter as far as deliveries are concerned. But yeah, but let me go back to Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, many people are going to ask you, and the questions raised by Pavan Verma are extremely valid.
One sentence.
Yeah, Pavan, no, let me ask you the question. Pavan Verma raised a point which is very important. Just as ministers were getting a hang of their ministry, you changed them midway. Is there a design in that? Is there something to do because Bihar elections are over, so move Ravi Shankar Prasad out of telecom? Is that also an equation that is being looked at, or is it just because the Prime Minister knows the arguments and nobody else can ask questions?
First of all, I would like to say that what C.P. Rai has said, this type of word like disgusting for any other minister, it is highly objectionable, because if you look at disgusting, it is his entire government in Uttar Pradesh which has become disgusting, and he is putting question mark that the Prime Minister has not done any work. अरे भाई आपने तो Prime Minister ने इतना काम किया, आपने तो उत्तर प्रदेश में सारा काम तमाम कर दिया है. So they are not having any moral right to comment on this. As far as the question which you have asked, Navika, that why we are going away in the different areas to certain ministers. For example, Mr. Jayant Sinha, who has performed very well in the finance portfolio, but you know that civil aviation sector is going to have the biggest transformational change in the coming years, as we have announced 50 underutilized airports and several new airlines are coming. So definitely it needs a focused attitude, and that too with a person who is studied abroad, particularly in the civil aviation sector. These type of expertise are required. So Prime Minister might be having this type of things or plan in the same manner. The textile is one of the sector in which India was having the biggest export at one point of time. So there can be enormous opportunities. So whosoever is given any responsibility, if you are saying that in telecom, Ravi Shankar Prasad was doing great and he is shifted to law, you want to say that the law and justice is not an important ministry? What you are trying to say, I am unable to understand.
I don't think he was alluding to one being more important than the other, Dr. Trivedi. What he was saying is if someone has gained certain ground in one department, then why in fact undo the good work and push them into another? But one second, Padma Rao, coming to you, and I have a very important question for you. Just give me a minute. But Pavan Verma was feeling poetic, so let him have his say. Pavan Verma?
No, I was saying to Sudhanshu, and it's a couplet I've quoted to him before, the way he was justifying textiles and civil aviation, कि खतावार समझे कि दुनिया तुझे बस इतनी भी ज्यादा सफाई ना दे. How much are you going to explain the reasons why ministers are moved or not?
Okay, so Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi,
and perhaps there is a
Pavan
UP angle to it.
Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi has essentially, he's underlined what Sunil Alagh was trying to say earlier, that if there is a particular move, then that move would have a certain design behind it. As he had said, perhaps there are major, changes expected in civil aviation over the next couple of years. So, one second. So, Sunil Alagh, you want to come in on that point?
I just want to say one thing. Please don't.
One
second. Sudhanshu, I bol raha hu. Please do not overanalyze. Please do not overanalyze.
Okay, one second. I think he wants to respond. 1 second, Sunil, allow me. I think Dr. Trivedi wants to respond to Pavan Verma and then we're coming to you.
हाँ तो बताइए.
I just want to say one sentence that I understand the compulsions, targeting and prejudice of Shri Pavan Verma regarding being a Bihari. So he is having from Radha Mohan Singh to Ravi Shankar Prasad. So he is more concentrated on his Bihari aspect rather than on the Bharati aspect.
See, from the industry point of view, please try and understand. Look, all the new guys have come in as ministers of state. I don't know why you are getting so excited. That you look at the top few that have moved. Let's analyze it. I think finance is required because industry is really wanting a good financial focus. So he's told gently, you can't have two ministries. I'm going to give INB to Venkaiah Naidu. Second, civil aviation, Sudhanshu's already said, really is losing 30,000 crores, Air India. It's about time somebody went in from finance. I'm so sorry for people who think Harvard and McKinsey are useless, but all I'm trying to say is that may be the objective. I don't know. So you look at all the stuff, whether Ravi Shankar Prasad has gone back to law and he is a law person. Is he doing the right thing? Suresh Prabhu is doing a damn good job in railways. His Minister of State has been taken away. Big deal. What is that Minister of State being taken away to something more important? So please analyze and then stop analyzing the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe business.
One second,
I'm finishing.
Very important one I want to say.
Analyze the person, not whether he comes from which state and what scheduled caste or tribe. If he's a bad guy, say he's a bad guy.
What you have been saying, another very interesting thing.
I'm sorry.
Samajwadi party should be very happy.
You really can't
because
you really can't
Varanasi cluster,
rest of the world,
which has got 6 ministers, all of them are having very good departments, very good ministries. That itself is a UP.
Okay, one at a time. Padma Rao, before I come to you, Mr. Rajagopalan says the Varanasi cluster has got importance. So,
there are 6 more ministers. No parliamentary constituency got that much importance.
Okay,
it is only Uttar Pradesh. Therefore, CP Rai should be happy about that.
Okay, Padma Rao, you wanted to make a point. The point really is, there could be other plans that the BJP has in mind.
Yeah.
I mean, Ravi Shankar Prasad may have given up communications, but he still has electronics and information technology.
Yeah.
So one foot in the ministry anyway in Mr. Pavan Verma, if that's, any solace to you, because you seem to be worried about Ravi Shankar Prasad a lot.
Very quick
he has half a foot in there in the door as well. So Padma Rao, you were making a point on what Pavan Verma and Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi said.
Very quick. Very quick.
No one is talking about poor.
Very quick point to Dr. Sudhanshu and to Sunil Alagh. Sunil, you're saying why is everybody worried about scheduled caste, scheduled tribe? Why is everybody talking about the token Muslim, the minorities? The point is, are you really saying that, the BJP was completely innocuous in its decision to induct these particular 19 ministers in this particular composition? I mean, let's get real. Of course that was a factor. As one of your many spokesmen on television himself admitted. And then to Dr. Sudhanshu, I just have a question. Dr. Sudhanshu said, please let me finish. Dr. Sudhanshu earlier said, he's speaking in the conjunctive. He says that the Prime Minister may have thought this may be on his mind, this may be, agreed, accepted. But the point is, he is a communicator. He communicates every Sunday. He communicates on every available platform. I think, surely something of this magnitude, like a cabinet expansion, especially when so many questions are springing to mind, would come in handy, and not give the impression that, this is an impenetrable fortress, the Prime Minister's mind, and, it's enough for him to think, and we should just accept it. We voted him, but we'd certainly like to know what's going on his mind. I think
fair
that's
enough,
justified.
Sudhanshu Trivedi, you know, that's a fair question coming your way, that what is the entire intention, what is the formula on which this is based? People have a right to know that as well.
Chance to say it now, he's just announced it. We are already jumping
I
on
would
him.
like to answer both these questions. Number one, so many questions have been raised about Uttar Pradesh. So we must understand this fact also that 1/4 of our MPs are from UP. And UP is such an important state that we are having the Prime Minister, Home Minister and Defence Minister from UP. So nobody can undermine the...
They didn't do anything for UP till today.
Irrespective of whether it was... You are talking about just increasing...
You are getting my voice.
You are already having 12 ministers.
Are you getting my voice?
So it is not just
73 MPs of BJP didn't do anything for UP till today.
Okay, but Dr. C.P. Rai, with all due
Mr.
respect,
C.P. Rai, let me complete the sentence. I'm already saying they are doing something, but your people are doing kam tamam instead of doing any kam.
Point here about what was the rationale.
Now coming to the moot point. Coming to the moot point, a relevant question has been raised that the Prime Minister uses. And Mr. Rai, can I speak? A relevant question has been made that Prime Minister uses to have Man Ki Baat. Yes, of course he has Man Ki Baat. The Man Ki Baat is an aspect which is related to the public. And the more thing concerned with the public is what is being delivered, in what manner it is being delivered, rather than in what manner the portfolios have been changed. It is more interest in the interest of public that which portfolio or which ministry is doing what for the public. So which is to be delivered, it is more related to Man Ki Baat or the Man Ki Baat of the people. So I think it is this
what is the northern message
of the Prime Minister to decide, and I would like to conclude my statement with a sentence of this entire cabinet reshuffle. I would like to say, जो अभी 2 साल के पूरे होने पे हमारी सरकार ने कहा था कि मेरा देश बदल रहा है, आगे बढ़ रहा है, और इस रीशफल के बाद मैं कहूंगा अटल जी की उसी कविता के साथ कि कदम मिलाकर चलना होगा, सबको आगे बढ़ना होगा, सरकार भी आगे बढ़ेगी और देश भी आगे बढ़ेगा इस रीशफल के साथ.
Okay, that is the objective of this entire reshuffle, questions being raised, and of course Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi very poetically puts an end to all that, saying that this is a country on the march. But you know, looking at the entire cabinet reshuffle, the Prime Minister has looked at expertise, but he has also looked at social balancing, state balancing, caste balancing, all of that in one big reshuffle that he has done. And at the senior cabinet level, yes, some changes. Again, there seems to be a logic of trying to bring expertise on the ground and delivery systems, and some promotions also coming in, may not be at the cabinet level, where only one minister was promoted from independent charge to full cabinet rank. That was Prakash Javadekar, but several new ministers coming up with independent charge. We have a new environment minister, Mr. Dave, with independent charge. Jitendra Singh gets independent charge. Manoj Singh gets independent charge. So there is, you know, all of that has taken place in this cabinet reshuffle. Of course, how the delivery systems go from here on is what all eyes will be on. Thank you very much to all our panelists joining us on this part of debate number 1 on the News Hour tonight. Thank you very much.